everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm filming a nose contouring video and also a face contouring video, and I wanted to show you guys the basic steps of contouring and how to do it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video and let's get contouring. The first thing that you'll need for contouring is a bronzer of some sort. It depends on what your skin tone is. So if you're a fair skin tone, you're gonna have a more cool toned bronzer. A really good one for that is Hoola bronzer from Benefit, and this bronzer it's not very warm toned, it's not very cool toned at all, and cool toned bronzers do really well on fair skin because it has a blue undertone in it, which helps with fair skin tones. And if you have a darker skin tone, I would go with a warmer bronzer. So yeah, what I usually do for my face contour is I take a brush, a fluffy brush. I take my M530 brush from Morphe, which is one of my favorite brushes to contour with, and it's really great because it really gets into the hollows of your cheeks and really gives your face shape. It really helps to blend out the bronzer and really help the contour be seamless and effortless and all that stuff. I'm going to zoom you guys in. Okay, so I'm going to take my M530 brush from Morphe, which is one of my favorite brushes for contouring. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. I love this brush. So what you're gonna need is not only a brush, but you're gonna need the bronzer. So I'm gonna take my Cheekathon palette from Benefit, and I'm gonna take the Hoola bronzer and just take that on my brush like I always do, and you know, take a fair amount and then tap off the excess, and then I'm gonna go on my cheekbone, like right here, like where my ear is, and then bring down the bronzer, basically brushing down. And the further down you bring the bronzer, the slimmer your face will be, so it'll like really hollow out, and it just gives you a nice like lifted, you know, cheek. That's why I really like contouring. I'm gonna do that on the side again, this side. So I'm just taking my brush just about here, you guys can see, and then I'm bringing it down, and I'm also blending it upward. That's very important. You don't want to blend it downward because then all of the product goes down, and then like, you know, that defeats the purpose of contouring. So what I'm doing is I'm brushing upward with my brush and also blending it into my blush as well. So there you go. And I really love using Hoola and this brush together because they're really, really great at contouring and also controlling the amount of product that I use. So that's kind of the basics of contouring. But if you wanted to take it a step further, you could take, now this is a, you know, a normal like everyday contour. If you wanted a more sculpted contour, like a really sharp, you know, cut contour like you see on Instagram all the time, you could take your translucent loose powder, such as the Coty Airspun powder in translucent extra coverage, or any type of loose powder that you may have, and you can use a beauty blender for this. You can or you could use a flat definer brush. I'm using the M439 from Morphe, and so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit of this powder and then dust it off. Put some on my cheekbone where I just contoured, just to sharpen it up a little bit. And you want to go along the contour. So I'm just lightly pressing right there. With the brush. Bake it there until, you know, you're satisfied with it. While we're waiting for it to bake, I'm going to take a fluffy brush such as the M518 from Morphe. It doesn't have to be like this, or this, like, you know, precise. But you can also take a regular blending brush, like an eyeshadow brush. And I'm gonna go back into Hoola again and contour my nose. So I'm gonna take that on my brush, and then I'm going to lightly go in the center of the nose to make my nose slimmer. The closer you bring the shadows together, the slimmer your nose will appear. So I'm just putting that right on the nose, like right on the sides. And I like to drag it down, but I don't like to drag it, you know, too far down. And I like to really blend it out. Okay, now that we have contoured our nose, if you overdo your contour on your nose, you can always take your face powder, such as the face powder I used today was a MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Light, as always. And I'm going to take my Real Techniques face brush, and I'm going to put some in there and tap the excess off, and then pat away any harsh lines that we have. Just going over the nose like this. So the lines are not harsh because we don't want, you know, because you don't want two lines down your nose. That's not the purpose. And there is a chart on Instagram that I've seen floating around that has, you know, different ways to contour your nose and what. I really like how my nose looks after I contour it this way. You don't have to contour your nose exactly how I contour mine. Like, you know, there are different ways that people do it, but this is just how I like to do it. So yeah, and now I'm going to take another brush, the G8 brush from Morphe, go back into my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and I'm going to dust off the Airspun that we have here. And there should be a nice chiseled contour. So I just wanted to show you guys the basics of contouring. Like, that's how I do it, and I really like doing it this way. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Comment down below with what other how-to videos you would like to see next. I was thinking about doing an eyeshadow do's and don'ts video or an eyebrow do's and don'ts video. Let me know in the comments, and I would love to see your guys' input. And all of my social media links are over here as always. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. Those are all some sort of version of Victoria Claire, except for my Snapchat, which is We The Claire X3. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a lovely day, evening, wherever you guys are in the world. And I will see you all on Friday with a brand new video. Bye! Too Faced Hangover RX transition. Come and put it down on me. I'm right here. With MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Light, and I'm using an E48 brush. My Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I'm going to